Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Revolution at Home. I am your coach, Eric, for today. This is Essentials class where we cover everything that is essential to help people with neurological conditions live stronger every day. Today, our class is going to be focused on exercises that are going to be helpful for you to help improve your gait or walking. So every exercise that we do today from the floor all the way up to standing is going to be working on the muscle groups that help improve the efficiency of your walking, the strength of your walking, and the balance of your walking. So we are going to be doing some exercises from the mat. So make sure you have a mat, or you can use a carpet at home. Make sure you have a chair nearby to help if you need help getting up and down from the ground. And then we're going to be finishing with some standing exercises and positions. So that is our workout for today. Let's get right on to it. Let's get down onto the ground. Okay, so if you have a chair, if you need a chair to get down, or if you need someone to help you get down to the floor, make sure you have that there with you. We're going to get all the way down and we lie on your back to start off with. So our hips are very much involved with walking. All right, our core strength is really important as well. So these first few exercises are really going to be addressing all of those things. So the first exercise is going to be an alternate leg bridge. So we've all probably done a traditional bridge before where your heels are tucked underneath your knees and you're just driving those hips up nice and tall. That's a great exercise, helps a lot with sit to stands, but this one we're going to be doing an alternate leg bridge. So what you're going to do is bridge up off of one leg, pulling the opposite knee to your chest. You're going to come back down and switch. Okay, come back down and switch. So we're just alternating side to side. We're going to go for 10 of these. All right, so 10 repetitions. If that's hard for you to do, just go with a normal bridge. Okay, you can always progress to that alternate leg bridge. Both are very good. We're going to go for a total of 10. Do them with me. Here we go. 1 and down. 2 and down. 3, lift those hips up, down, drive through the heel. 4 and down. 5 and down. Big lift. 6 and down. 7 down. 8 down. 9 down, and 10 down. Very, very good. All right, we're going to go through these each 2 times today. Now we're going to be going into a knee to chest, or a dead bug, sometimes we call it. It's going to be a bit of a modified dead bug, but you're going to be still on your back. You're going to bring both knees up towards your chest. Give your knees a little bit of a hug, help kind of stretch out that lower back a little bit. If you start to feel any lower back tension or pain with any of these movements, try to limit that range of motion so you're not in pain. Okay, especially for this one, what we're going to be doing is reaching those hands above the head. You're going to drop one leg down and pull it right back up. The lower you drop the leg, the more pressure it puts on your spine. So if it's too tough on your back, first of all, get your back nice and flat to the floor. You can always just extend that leg out a little bit and pull it back in. The lower you go, the more tension you're going to have on your abdominals and your lower back. All right, so we're going to do a total of 20 of these. Push those hands straight up over the head, over the chest. Okay, and we're going down for 20. We're alternating right to left. Here we go. Down, 1. Down, 2. Down, 3. Down. Tuck that knee up. Down, 5. Down, 6. Down, 7. 8. Keep going. 9. 10. Halfway home. 11. 12. 13. Exhale as you pull up. 14. 15. 16. Let's go. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Very good. Very good. Go ahead and sit up for me. We're going to go on to the hands and knees. So those first 2 exercises, we're working on strengthening the muscles of your butt and your abdominals. Okay, your glutes and your abdominal muscles, both very important when we get into some of these standing positions. this next one is another kneeling exercise. So from here, we're going to be working on some of that weight shifting, much like we did for the bridge. Okay, you're going to be alternating one foot, then to the other foot. Before we work on getting the muscles kind of shifting your weight onto that side, now we're going to use that a little more functionally. If you need some help with balance, have a chair nearby, okay, or have a counter or a couch or whatever it might be, because this one's going to require a little bit more balance. From that kneeling position, just imagine your knees are like your feet when you're standing up tall. So we want to bring those hips up nice and high, really, really tall through the hips. Our posture is up nice and tall. All of those things help you take a better step, and they definitely help make this exercise a little easier or more efficient. All right, so you're going to be standing tall on the knees, and you're going to be bringing one leg up. If you can see here, okay, my foot, I want to get my foot flat on the floor as I bring it up, and you want the heel to be right underneath your knee. And again, posture nice and tall. If we're kind of flex forward here, it's going to be really hard to get that leg back around, and it's going to be hard to bring the leg back up. So stack the shoulders right over the hips. I got my left leg up. I'm going to bring that left leg back down, and now I'm going to bring my right leg up. Okay, again, flat. Heel is right underneath the knee. You're squeezing your butt. You're squeezing your glutes on that back leg. Whatever knee is down, that's your main stabilizing leg. All right. This is our next exercise. We're going to do 10 of these on each side. Try to maintain the pace that I'm going at, or a little bit slower if you need to. All right. No faster. So let's bring that knee back down. I'm going to start by lifting that left leg up. When you want to lift that leg up, be as powerful and as big as you can. A lot of times these muscles of the hips, one, are tight, and two, can be kind of weak. So make sure that when you're driving that knee up, you got to be thinking powerfully as we drive up. Before we do that, you have to shift your weight to one side. So if I'm lifting my left leg, I'm going to shift all of my weight onto my right hip to unload that left leg, much like you do when you have to take a step. All right, so we're lifting left leg up first. Tall posture, ready, and 1, and down. 2, on the right, and down. 3, check that posture, nice and tall, and down. 4, and down. Keep that posture tall. 5, and down. 6. You feel yourself wavering a little bit, okay? That's some hip instability. That's why this exercise is really good. That's 7, 8, and down. Hold that left leg up for 9. Hold it there. Keep that posture up nice and tall. All right. Now take one arm up, one arm down. Okay. When we're walking, it's not just legs, right? Unless you're pushing a walker. But arms are always involved. And as we swing these arms here, it requires a little bit more balance. That's the same balance you need when you go to take a step. So anytime you add in any kind of upper body motion from this position, it's going to make you more unstable, okay, and make it a little more challenging. Very nice job. We got to finish up, go back to that right leg for 10. All right, go back to that right leg. Hold that posture up nice and tall. Give me 5 big arm swings. One arm up, one arm down. If that's too difficult, just practice maintaining that kneeling position. No arms at all. Okay. There's 3. Lifting that posture up nice and tall. 4 and 5. Very good. All right. Let's move that chair or whatever you have, hold on to, off to the side. We're going back through these 3 exercises one more time. We're starting with the bridge. Okay. So on your back. Okay. With your knees bent. So take note of how it felt after the last one. What did it feel like? What hurt? If anything hurt? What felt good? What muscle groups are we using? All right. So you want to feel it in your butt and your abdominals. If you feel it in your lower back, don't bridge up as high. Just go around. All right. Start with that belly button tense. And we're going to lift one knee up. We're alternating side to side with that bridge. Ready? Hands on the mat. Head is down and lift. That's 1. Lift. That's 2. Lift up as high as you can. Lift. That's 3. Lift. That's 4. Lift. 5. Lift. 6. Lift. 7. Lift. 8. lift, 9, lift, 10. Very good. Let's bring those knees right up to the chest. We have the dead bugs. All right, so those hands, your head is resting on the mat. Your hands are up above the chest. Reach those hands up as high as you can. We're going for 20. Here we go. Down. 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. 7. Drive that knee up nice and tall. 8. Down. 9. 10. Keep breathing. 11. 12. 13. This should be getting tough. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Very good. You should start heating up after that one. Okay, you're using a lot of big muscle groups, your glutes, your abdominals. These are some of the biggest muscle groups we have in our bodies. Okay, it should feel difficult. You should feel tired at the end of those 20. That knee to chest, when you go to take a step and lift your leg up, like on this next one, all right, you have to use your abdominals to help lift your hip. Your hip flexor, which is responsible for picking your leg up or flexing at your knee, like at your hip, is closely connected to your abdominals. All right, if the abdominals are stronger, the hip flexors are going to be stronger, and vice versa. All right, so if your next one, if you need that chair nearby, have that nearby. We're going those opposite arm or opposite leg lifts here. And I want you to integrate the arms with it on this one. So you're driving one leg up, opposite arm up. All right, we have a total of 10. Start that posture nice and tall. Ready? And 1. And down. 2. And down. Drive that arm up a little higher. 3. And down. Look up at that hand. 4. And that's going to help pick that posture up. And down. 5. Down. 6. And down. 7. And down. 8. And down. 9. Down. And 10. And back down. Now, if it's tough, okay, that is not an easy exercise to do. If you haven't done it in a while or you've never done it before, it's probably gonna be kind of tough to get that leg up into the right position, right? You've had a stroke, or you have Parkinson's, or any neurological condition. A lot of times that hip mobility is really tight, really rigid. So if you don't get this the first time around, don't be discouraged. Have that chair nearby, rely on it, okay, to lean to one side, help get that hip up nice and big. The more you do this exercise, the better you're going to get. And I promise you, if your hips are more mobile and stronger, your walking is going to be better, okay? So don't give up on that exercise. If you get stuck here, okay, don't stop. Make sure you get your foot out in front and then do whatever you have to do to get it all the way back down, okay? Don't just step and just kind of settle for this, because that's not going to help us a whole lot, all right? Drive that knee up. If it takes you 3 opportunities to get that foot in the right position, great. Do that and then bring it back down, all right? Let's go ahead and get up off the floor here. Make sure you have a chair nearby if you need it, okay? This exercise also helps you get up off the floor, getting that knee up, and then we have to stand up over that side. So some quick standing progressions to those exercises that we did on the floor. We're going to be doing similar movements, just now through our feet, which is obviously more functional. So standing with your feet about shoulder width apart. All right, I'll give everyone one more second to stand up here. Take some deep breaths as you stand up. As you get up and down off the ground, sometimes that blood pressure will drop. So make sure you take some nice deep breaths. If you're dizzy, kind of manage that dizziness before we go into any other exercise. All right, so our first one is the side-to-side rock. So it's similar to the bridge that we did, where we have to lift and kind of rock and shift our weight from one leg to the other leg. That's what you have to do when you go to take a step, right? In order to take a step forward, we have to unload one leg 100%, which means we have to balance on the other. All right, this exercise helps with that. So feet nice and wide. This is kind of the basic support you want when you go to take a step. We're going to be rocking from right to left. Okay, I'm shifting my weight onto my right leg and then all the way over to my left leg. Notice when I shift my weight to my right, my heel is down, my hip is over that heel, and my shoulder is over that hip. Reaching out with the hand helps with that, helps kind of elicit that bigger weight shift side to side. All right, now let's try to go at a nice slow pace. If this is easy, you can kind of go into a high knee march and lift that leg up. Requires a little bit more balance. We're going to go for 10 more. All right, and 1, try to hold it. Stay at my cadence. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little tough for me too. Here we go. 6. It's not meant to be easy. If you need something to hold on to, have it nearby. 7, 8. There's the wall. 9 and 10. I can feel the difference right side to left side. I hope you do too. We always have one hip or one side that's a little bit stronger than the other. Okay, you will notice some of that difference. That's why it's important to notice those things so we can focus on that side that needs a little more mindful attention. All right. Our last exercise is a lunge with a hold. Obviously, you take a step forward. Okay. It's like a lunge. It's like an exaggerated lunge. All right. I'll show you from the side. We want to start that posture up, nice and tall. And we're going to be taking a big step forward. If any of you have done the big and loud, if you have Parkinson's disease, that big loud training, one of the exercises on the big is a big step forward with those arms out nice and big, and then we step back. That's essentially what we're going to be doing here, but I want to incorporate a little bit of a hold to work on a little bit more balance. All right, so it's going to look like this. You're going to step out. Now the bigger the step, the harder it's going to be. Okay, if you can see the width of my feet here, okay, I'm not in tandem. One foot is not directly in front of the other. You want that forward stepping foot about shoulder to hip width apart of that back leg. That's going to give you a better base of support. It always also helps with your walking and weight shifting. All right, so stepping forward and then back. Now I'm going to step forward with my right leg. Step that right leg forward, and you want to shift your weight forward onto that forward leg. Very little weight is on that back leg, because eventually, when you take this into a step, you have to pick that leg up and rely on the front leg to take that big step forward. Okay. So we're going to go for 10. Nice tall posture. Try to stay at my cadence. We're going to pause on each one. Requires a little bit of balance. If you need some aid with your balance, have a countertop or a chair next to you. We don't want to compromise balance. We want to focus on stability and strength. Once you build that stability and strength, you can take that chair away and not have to worry about it. But until then, be safe. All right. Big step forward. Load that weight on that front. You should feel it right on the top of that front quad here. If you feel it in your knee, focus more weight on your heel. Kind of lift that big toe up. Posture's nice and tall. And back. That's 1. Left. That's 2. And that step doesn't have to be big. Work with what you can do right now. This is 3. 4. Big tall posture. Keep that chest up. 5. This is 5, sorry. And back. Here's 6. Big tall posture. And back. And 7. See how my shoulders are up. And back. 8. And back. 9. And back. 10. And back. Let's go back to that side to side weight shift. Okay. Walking better is all about shifting weight better and more efficiently. Okay. That's where it all starts. You have to shift your weight to one leg to unload the other before you take any step that you go to do. Okay. So if your hip flexors are weak, you got to focus on strengthening the glutes first to make sure they're strong enough to unload the other leg. Now, let's rock side to side. This is all about weight shifting. You should feel it in your butt, in your glutes. Okay. As you step over to one side, be tall over that hip and rock from side to side. 10 more. 1, think big. 2, get tall. 3, 4, now I'm kind of pausing in the middle, grounding myself. 5, squat. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Let's go right into those lunges. On the lunge this time, if you're stepping forward with your right leg, I want you to reach your left hand out in front. Okay, that's what we normally have to do to get that arm swing going a little bit better, is to punch the opposite hand forward. And on the lunge, the lower you go, okay, the harder it's going to be on that forward leg. So you can kind of gauge that with how easy that first set was. We're going for 10 repetitions, maybe a little bit faster this time. If you need the chair, make sure it's nearby. Ready? And right leg forward. That's 1. Left leg forward. 2. Right leg forward. 3. That's 4. Step. 5. Step. And 6. Step. 7. Step. And 8. Step. 9. Step. And 10. Very, very nice job, you guys. That is our workout for today. Again, all of these exercises are supposed to help improve your walking ability, confidence, balance, efficiency. Okay. All of these muscle groups, very, very important to build and have stronger in order to improve your gait sequence. If any of these movements felt tight, okay, be sure to check out some of our other stretching videos. And before you go to take a walk or do something like that, make sure you stretch those muscles out first. Before you do this workout, go do some stretching before you come do your strengthening. We want our muscles as mobile as possible before we build strength. All right. Thank you for joining us at Revolution at Home. This is Essentials class. I am Coach Eric. Have a wonderful day, everyone.